My name is Bhavdeep Patel and today we are going to start our unit number 1 of 11th Science Chemistry, and this is video number 6. Now today we are going to start our unit number 1, and the title of the unit is Basic Concepts of Chemistry. Which are the basic concepts of chemistry that we are going to learn during our unit number 1, our chapter number 1. First of all, let us discuss some important aspect regarding the introduction. Point number 1. According to scientist Roald Hoffman, chemistry is not the science of only 100 elements, but it is diversity of infinite varieties of molecules which are prepared from these elements. Means if someone would like to study the chemistry, that is study of 100 element is not enough for him or her. We have to study the infinite varieties of molecules also which are prepared from these elements. Point second, the discovery of medicines used in the treatment of cancer, cisplatin and Taxol, is due to the help of chemistry. We have discovered some medicines which are used for the curing of cancer. So that is due to the help of chemistry. Again, the discovery of medicine used in the treatment of AIDS, HIV, that is azithromycin, and the short name is AZT, is also found out due to the help of chemistry. Now, in the air conditioner, AC or fridge, refrigerator, previously we used a one gas called chlorofluorocarbon, and the short name is CFC. C stand for chloro, F stand for fluoro, and again C stand for carbon, which is hazardous to the ozone layer. And only one molecule of CFC is capable to destroy 1 lakh ozone molecules. So, scientists find out the alternative of the CFC, which is HFC134A, and the full name is, that is IUPAC name is 1112 tetrafluoroethane. Tetra means 4 time. So we have put the 4 different number, 1, 1, 1 and 2. Fluoroethane, which is less hazardous. Now, the study of chemistry is so wide and diversified also. There are various disciplines in the chemistry, like the oldest discipline is inorganic chemistry. From inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry was discovered. So the number 1 is inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, polymer chemistry, industrial chemistry, physical chemistry and biochemistry. But the chemistry involved in the production of chemicals without harming environment is called green chemistry. So now let's move on our main topic, that is nature of matter. You have already learned the definition of matter in the previous years. What is matter? Anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Say for example, the chalk particles, which are very minor, but they occupy space and they have some mass, so we call them as a chalk particles. And the matter is made up of particles. Is it clear? Now let's move on the classification of matter. Matter are generally classified are of the two types. First, based on physical state and based on chemical characteristics. Though both these types are further classified, that is, according to physical state, the classification is solid, liquid and gas. While in the case of based on chemical characteristics, it is further classified in the two types. Number 1, pure substances, and number 2, mixtures. Pure substances are further classified into two types. 1, elements and 2, compounds. While mixtures are further classified into more two types: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Now let us learn the definitions of all this. First of all, solid. So solid things have definite shape and definite volume, while in the case of liquid does not have definite shape, but it has definite volume. Yes, I have just put cross and write over here, but you have to write full statement that liquid does not have definite shape, but they have definite volume, like that. Third point of liquid is over here, which is in the term of statement. Liquid take shape of the container in which they filled. Say for example, water. If you are going to pour water in the glass, right, or in the bottle, or in the bucket, or in the tumbler, water regains the shape of the respective vessel in which you have filled it. Gases does not have definite shape and definite volume. The third point of gas is over here. Gases completely occupy whole space of the container in which they fill. If you have one bottle containing water, if you are going to remove all the water from the bottle will become empty. But the gaseous molecule occupy whole bottle, right? Okay. Classification based on chemical characteristics. It is further classified in the two types: pure substances and mixtures. So here elements, compounds, while on the opposite sides homogeneous and heterogeneous. Number 1 is the definition of elements, while number 2 is the definition of compounds. What is element? According to scientist Anthony Lavoisier, element consists of only one type of atom. Elements consist of only one type of atom. Say for example, hydrogen H, oxygen O, carbon C. So they are all single, isn't it? When two or more elements combine chemically with one another, a compound is formed. When two or more elements combine chemically with each other, single is not there, two or more than two, we obtain compound. One notice there. When compound formed, elements present in them show new properties. Say for example, you know very well that hydrogen burns explosively in the air, while oxygen is the supporter of combustion, is it? In the absence of oxygen, combustion is not possible. Hydrogen burns explosively in the air, while oxygen is the supporter of combustion. When we do the reaction of hydrogen and oxygen, water is formed, isn't it? And water is particularly used as a fire extinguisher. So keep this thing in mind. When compound is formed, the chemical properties of the elements are changed. Now let us deal with the last point, that is mixtures. Mixtures are classified in the two types: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. What is mixtures? A mixture is a material consisting of two or more kinds of matter. When two or more matters are going to be mixed with each other, we obtain mixture. Here one characteristic is also there, each retaining its own characteristics. Say for example, if we are going to add sugar in the water, and if we are going to taste it, yes, its taste is sweet. If someone is going to eat only sugar, it also shows its characteristics, that is sweetness. Yes, mixture is a material consisting of two or more kinds of matter, in which each of the matter retaining its own characteristics. Mixtures are classified in the two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. First of all, homogeneous mixture. In such kind of mixture, composition is uniform throughout and does not separate from definite borderline. Can anybody separate sugar from the water, milk and water, salt and water, oxygen and nitrogen, zinc and copper, that is alloy? So we cannot separate them by definite boundary, definite borderline. Some examples are sugar and water, oxygen and nitrogen, salt and water, zinc and copper. On opposite side, we have heterogeneous mixture. In such kind of mixture, components do not mix with each other. Is it clear? They are not mixed with each other. Here we cannot separate them, but can we separate from definite borderline? We can separate. Say for example, sodium chloride and iron. If we are going to add some iron piece in sodium chloride, we can easily pick them. Sand and water are also separated by definite borderline or boundary. Last point. The components of both the types, both means homogeneous and heterogeneous, can be separated by physical methods. There are some physical methods to separate the components of both the mixtures, like filtration, crystallization and distillation. These are the some techniques by using we can separate the components of both kinds of mixtures. Is it? So now this is the end of our video number 6, and particularly it is video number 1 for unit number 1. Thanks for watching my video.